Yeah, they're already moving up across the middle of the map. Tex is the first to fall. The desk was mentioned. He is by himself so far. We're starting to see the harbor utility go up. aspas posted up behind it. The dart's really nice to make sure that there's no one who's disrespected the wall, so they can play ahead of it. They can play a little bit more aggressively. Really nice shots out of Calm already. The dink onto Sayf. He cleans 2 up.
What great awareness from him to just span, track him through the wall like that. It's almost like he had X-ray vision in that moment. What a prediction from Calm already early on.
And that's going to force Vitality to take a step back.
But look at the movement from Leviatán, the proactivity. They're meeting him.
They're a step ahead of it. Calm's got to be careful, though. Crosshair's facing the wrong way. And that will be a punish from ceNder. kiNgg, though, punches right back at the exact best time. These walls. With 30 seconds left, I don't know if there's much time to go elsewhere. You've got ceNder, who's tried to post up across the middle of the map. Calm will fall. Tex, though, posted up close. That's now 15 seconds left. The clock continues to tick. Really nice opening frags out from kiNgg and Runner, but with 13 seconds left, the spike's still not planted.
10 seconds left.
A little bit of space taken now. Spike planted. Rash is ready. So Spike finally does commit. They've got the ult to play around 2.
It's a very quick thrash. kiNgg is definitely going to get detained here. Oh, wait, he wraps it back around, but he can't pick that up now. These Outlaws, they're going to be holding that line.
Here.
Vitality, they're all in one-shot range right now. These Outlaws could do some serious damage.
aspas creeping forward. No dash. This feels very difficult. It feels very labored.
Good discipline from Vitality in this post plant so far, not giving an inch.
Yeah, I like that a lot. You're right. aspas now pushing forward. kiNgg taken care of, dealt with, but instantly responded.
It was a very cool timing that ceNder took all the way up
the rest of the map. You've got Calm who's taking space mid. Sayf is already dead.
Then executing right after that with utility.
Thing is, you cannot wait forever. That's another kill found for the op. kiNgg is denying a lot of this space B. Not that there's really any time to rotate away, but they're going to have to deal with the crunch. The alarm bot will keep them back if he decides to commit to this full rotate.
Spike planted.
kiNgg is taking so long on his way back, deciding not to flank.
And it's leaving things into 3v3 on the side. And remember, aspas this week with the op in hand is going to go traded 1-for-1. ceNder dealing with the turret, but not able to deal with Tex. And now it's trexx who's left in a 1v3. kiNgg has finally joined the fray. trexx has way too many things to deal with here. Yeah, there are a couple of members weak, but this feels like a really difficult task. One member over the top, and that was a one given, perhaps ill-advised.
Oh, that's a tough one. That's your smokes player gone right off the rip. Calm, his intuition was on point right there, spamming away the drone to follow up. Sayf, he has no dash because of that.
2 Guardians left for Vitality. They've gotten a little bit of space here.
Yeah, it's so awkward though. Everyone's just corralled in mid. aspas just now picking it up. But Leviatán, they're okay with giving this space, and they're aware of the gaps that they've created.
Yeah, they're just kind of leaning into the limits. They're okay. You're absolutely right. They're okay with giving this up because they know that they're still strong elsewhere. They can afford to give this area up.
Yeah, and even if Vitality make it all the way to B site, there's crossfires, right? A player in yellow, that's Mazino, Calm, all the way in Snowman. And once a player makes contact, aspas will come all the way back, pick this up. So many different crossfires in full effect here.
They just had to dart back spawn, too. And so this contact style, again, will be the play for Vitality.
It's such a slow approach, but I really like it. Oftentimes in matches like this, in high-pressure situations, that slow play can make mistakes from the opposite team.
Dude, this is just so tough. Again, they don't have any walls. They don't have any smokes.
That's a great pick, though.
That's one for a runner.
aspas only has an op. Leviatán, they're so worried about all these different angles they have to clear.
Well, I think that's part of the doubt that's instilled when you've been sitting and staring at the map that's been quiet this whole time.
No way.
I thought Sayf was going to get away. aspas dashing forward through the window into kitchen. Concealed by the smoke, but trexx was waiting just on the other side. Really nicely done. kiNgg's got the defuse to half. Can he deal with the gunfire on the other side? Not yet. Calm's going to have to do it on his own. And it's going to have to be an ace if he can pull it off. Swings into 2 and he
Watch
can...
so far.
Yeah, it's just such a unique approach. Because oftentimes you see these walls and you go, okay, they're just going to flash through it and they're going to fight and they're going to find a way to get there. kiNgg's going to get detained, but should be able to stay safe. The pit's still a factor as ceNder is already creeping up across the middle of the map. He's going to find a kill onto Tex. Forget it.
Wow.
That's kiNgg. That's the pit.
kiNgg was detained, remember?
I thought he was safe enough to where it wouldn't be a problem, but an excellent punish. Vitality got through that with only investing 1 ult.
That was another prep workaround. Seriously.
Dude, I don't know that Lev are going to be able to make their way back into this round, and it's just gotten worse with Mazino going down.
No, they're getting hunted. trexx, he's next up. Aspas, a little bit aware. Oh.
Vitality take the lead. This time they're ahead of it, but kiNgg's on the other side.
What a shot.
It's just 1, but that's a small win. The question is here, do they accelerate? Do they fully send over to B?
A lot of teams do in this moment when you have good advantage. Even in yesterday's match, we saw Sentinels do the same thing. That cascade will make it so Mazino can break that dizzy.
Yeah, Wingman not able to accomplish the mission.
Apology. It's another freeze for the round.
I'm surprised they're investing this lockdown here.
Yeah, they just don't like what's amok.
Yeah.
Ooh, those knives can't connect. Aspas has to get out of there quickly. A little bit of a pop shot there. He does break that alarm bot, but he's going back to reconvene with his team.
So as has been the case for Vitality this entire half, they wait things out, and then they go, yeah, 1 player got detained, but it was all for naught. You've got the alarm bot that's intended to control the flank if they decide to re-explore across the middle of the map as Aspas, again, still with blades online. And Leviatán continue to push forward. Now with the lockdown of their own, that is going to bait out trexx's ult, and it will clear it out. A tit for tat. But now what? They're investing the Reckoning into this as well. Remember, they didn't have very much as far as weapons go. They had the knives, a Vandal, and a Stinger. But that might have been all they needed as runners left alone. In a 1v3, make that 2. Time is short, 8 bullets left. Mazino's gonna have to hold this. Aspas over the top. The blades will clean it up. And the defuse just barely comes out. Which again is, I mean, that's one of the strengths of Gecko. It makes a ton of sense.
And especially with the way that Leviatán like to play around the harbor walls. If you get caught out behind that by, you know, that little guy, you're gonna get punished.
Welcome to my world.
A pit invested. Is there a response on the other side? No ultimate to speak of for the defense. Sayf getting pushed off the angle, and Mazino's gonna fill in right behind it. The dart is good.
Huh?
Aspas getting 2 with the op. He's now pushing forward, but again, the pit is in play. It's still something that has to be dealt with.
There's Thrash.
And it's so tricky to find. There's no dash for you to get out of there. Did they tag both? Tex pushing forward. ceNder falls. That's going to be the pick going down as well as comes down the defuse to half. Make that 3/4 of the way. He's going to stick it. It's going to come through. Leviatán take the lead back.
Leviatán's still not aware that there's an attack operator in play, and kiNgg will get that. But if he tries to actually take a 1v1 and not hold an off angle, he can get picked by that operator. That's why he's playing passive.
Yeah, he's got to play his life here.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's a tempting swing. It's a tempting barrel found, and he's going to find 2-3 on the round. Almost tapping away onto the forest. Safe with the op in hand. Yes, he's going to connect, but I don't know how he's able to get the spike down. I don't think he can.
No. Oh, wait, maybe now? No, you have to save no matter what.
Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't really have a ton of places to go. Is able to dash away, though, so he'll carry that into the next.
Head-to-head against ceNder, and then those 1-taps, they were crispy, they were clean. It was very neat work.
There's a 1v1 you were mentioning again. kiNgg on the swing out.
It's quite a bit in NA.
I'm really surprised that they didn't give that orb over to Calm. 1 away from his ult, they decide to give it to Mazino instead, and they're fully pushing here. They've got the drone over the top, and they're going to have a swing down low.
Oh, the timing.
I think he heard it. He's got to understand there's a little bit of threat coming, but he's been left on his own to his own devices, trying to stay alive, and Aspas goes down, but that's the safety valve. So now they're going to have to deal with the crunch, and it could be coming from mid, it could be coming from spawn. It might not matter, though. They've fully lost contain on the other side, so Vitality gladly will push all the way into spawn. Understanding the threat is behind him.
This is such an impossible retake, it feels like. When you look at the minimap, like you said, yeah, Mazino, he gets taken out for free. Calm with the follow-up. It's just going to be all she wrote for this round.
On track for getting, I've lost count, I think that's 4 or 5 ults in a half.
It's definitely been part of the game plan, is farming that ultimate. And aspas, a rare whiff. What was that?
But it was enough info for kiNgg to pop his ult.
No connection, yeah.
kiNgg just froze. He decided not to move at all as aspas is going to try to double dip. The drone clearing one away. They did not spot Mazino though, so he can take this aggressive angle. He can be a little bit closer up. He's going to find a loop around the thrash, and he's going to punish onto trexx. But can he get out? Does he even want to get out? No, the spike is down on the ground. Now they've got the Reckoning as the Wisps give away more presence. ceNder with nowhere to go, Sayf pushing the matter, taking the fight to kiNgg's lap. Runner will too. It seemed like such a secure round for Lev, such stable footing. But Vitality snatching it back. The one thing they haven't grabbed though, and all of that, is the spike.
And now there's a pit on top of it.
There are no flashes for Vitality here. There's nothing for them to really be able to disrespect this and take the fight. The one thing advantage that they have though is that they have numbers here. Aspas is so far off, he's back in spawn.
Oh, Mazino might get taken out by this.
One enemy remaining.
It's only one found. Runner now, still alive. Still without the spike in hand, and with 13 seconds left. How in the world does he do this?
There's no time. Surely Mazino.
With a little bit of help over the top from kiNgg.
Ooh.
He dashes backside. I mean, ceNder's gonna have a lot to deal with.
I mean, it's this contact approach from both teams. Maybe we're in store for a similar half from Leviatán.
They've crept up, and we saw the insertion of Sayf across the middle of the map. Now we've got the same thing for aspas, but you've got Leviatán who's rotating back mid.
And Sayf hears all of this. Lev need to be very careful in this moment. Wow, one and out.
One shot, one kill. Beautifully done by Sayf.
He's led the charge in both pistol rounds, Doug. But Tex answers back on a trexx.
And the thing is now, there's a lot, there's enough doubt. There's no real understanding of which way they're going. As the orb continues to go up and down, there's not enough cues to understand if they're going back A or going back B. Yeah, they have the killjoy utility towards A, and that's enough of passive info to understand it's a B hit. That shock whizzing by, not doing a ton. 13 seconds left. kiNgg on the flank. Spike still not planted. Runner now trying to do a bit of the same. It's aspas by himself. I don't think he's going to get this either.
No time.
I mean, kiNgg is going to try to hunt him down. He's going to manipulate the rotations back towards A, but discipline from Vitality once more.
And Mazino, he was the lone warrior there. He just got taken out for free. Trexx is going to hold that angle any day of the week.
It seemed like the fake was going to be B and then an end A, but with Mazino going down A, they decide to go for the other plan. The problem is, again, there are 10 seconds left in the round. Almost all of Vitality is here. With the lighter weaponry, they still have a meal of Leviatán. And who it was going to favor, it really feels like it's gone the way of Vitality here. Arguably more than the score would suggest.
Yeah.
Again, more of a decisive hit from Lev. All 5 towards A. Spike goes down from kiNgg. He's going to have his ult online. kiNgg one away from his. Meanwhile, kiNgg with another thrash to play with.
Insane.
Waiting for the right moment to strike. Now committing onto it as Runner tries to spam through. Sayf creeping forward. Tucking behind the smoke. Mazino spams through it, and he will find a target.
There it is.
Yeah, they seem to be overwhelming Vitality here. This was notably more decisive. It was notably faster. And it was more successful.
That's the Leviatán we know.
Last player standing.
They just continue to fully send.
Just
I mean,
a 5 send.
Yeah.
Different angles being taken now from Vitality, though. A more close approach.
They're investing a lot into this.
Yeah.
2 ults, the wall over the top. Sayf is dead. kiNgg might get spammed down as well. He will. A lot behind this punch as Mazino finds 2. Leviatán knocking on the door of a tie game. Unless ceNder and Runner can pull off a miracle.
What a great off angle. aspas, the audio cue, but kiNgg.
One step of the way there. ceNder now pushing forward.
Middle. And I like this.
I like this from Sayf. With blades popped, all of these hits towards A.
Oh my goodness, he gets the first. He gets the second.
And now the smoke down to try to dash out and stay alive. That's beautifully done from Sayf once more. Careful now. Almost finding a third. The spike's still up. Numbers the way of the defense. First, quickly as that round have started, Leviatán picked apart. And now Vitality can slow things down and play things the way they've wanted to play this entire map.
That harbor wall isolates so much of the site, though. Sayf, he's going to have to push through to meet up with kiNgg. But they just play the disciplined game.
There's still so many members here.
Yeah.
Mazino with the cove.
Oh.
As it goes down, Mazino does too. Aspas is going to have to pull off a bloody miracle. Now left in a 1v2. Spotting the ankles of Sayf and understanding where some of the starts to list. 35 seconds left. There's a shot at this. He's got to commit to the plant, though. And that's exactly what he does. Spid at his feet, tanks it a little bit. And it's just a bit too much. Outnumbered. Do they continue to try to hit this site?
Another 5-man A off the top ropes. Aspas.
Nicely done with the blades as he looks for a second. He had the drone to pave the way. And again, this is the aggression. This is the faster pace that we expect. It's like they're beckoning them to challenge these walls, to try to face through. That's exactly what they have to do here. As the Hunter's Fury comes out, Aspas with Ob, they're gonna have to deal with this lockdown too. They don't really have a response to this either.
They don't. So many players inside. Oh, it gets broken for free.
Here.
Aspas just holding an off angle. There's 2 shock darts for Calm right now. Tap with a spike.
And again, the Op ceNder down. As the walls go through, trexx gets 2, make that 3! Mazino left alone. And it's not really, oh, it's just barely planted for him, but I don't think he can get that angle in time. He's asked to get up close and personal. kiNgg's waiting on the other side, it's been halved!
And by the way, Doug, there's no Killjoy utility watching the flank that deep. So Heaven is completely open.
I'm surprised they committed the pit on this as well.
Welcome to my world.
Make that 2. How in the world do you navigate through this?
Deploying drone.
I mean, with pistols, you have a drone and stuff like that, but otherwise, you're just kind of face-checking it.
Heaven, Vitality, he's going to get some free kills here. No one's aware so far.
The Thrash will help. Sayf over the top, now dashing forward. Aspas is looking for him as well, but you've got kiNgg to deal with too. trexx, huh? Sneaking up on the tag. It seems like they're going to try to hit A again. This time, Sayf ahead of it. It's gone.
It's unreal stuff.
Placing swamp grenade.
The cloud bursts through, the dash up, the drone out, sure. But now here's the problem. Even if you do get out onto the site, you've got to deal with the lockdown. You've got to deal with trexx's ult.
And they just don't know what they want to do. Half in, half out. There was hesitation across the board.
And they don't really have the middle of the map either. And there it is, the the op in the hands of Sayf.
You have to jump spot.
Poison orb emitting.
Wise to do it, understanding where their weakness was, where their gap lied. But the thing is, they have nothing to suggest that they've left A. So they're all still here. They're just walking into Vitality's crosshair, but Calm's able to win that duel out. How much more can they find as, again, the walls are closing in. They're getting crunched on. You've got ceNder who's creeping right behind them, nipping at their heels, hot to trot. Aspas wise to it, but they've still got to deal with the rest of the defensive Vitality. They still have to deal with getting the spike down. And on their 3rd attempt, it seems like they will succeed. Now it's on Vitality to figure out this post-plant situation, this retake with an op in the hands of the duelists. Lev have to play this very carefully. Vitality have been so good in these situations. trexx, can he be the hero again? Not this.
A bit.
Leviatán looking to push this to OT. You hear the outlaw go off. Start not tagging anyone, and Calm's ult. Again, just causing chaos. No real damage dealt though, with Sayf falls. Big kill out from Aspas. He tries to get high ground. Dizzy's cleared. That shock's gonna hurt though. Yeah, it's gonna hurt as trexx gets another. A 2v2 now for the round. Calm up top. Almost able to clutch. And so the defensive side again for the #1 seed from America's trexx a little bit too far ahead of things.
Very overeager.
That's another one going down. And the approach is very different here from Vitality. As much as we talked about them playing it slow, them playing it carefully, they accelerate a little bit here in the first round of OT. And it seems like it was ill-advised. kiNgg and ceNder left to figure out where it all went wrong. In a 2v4, now they slow it down again. A minute left in the round though.
It's going to be so tough. It's a firing squad to jiggle. 3 members primed and ready.
There's really no way in on this.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 1v1 though. Another one.
That's 2. He still has to get a couple more. 6 bullets left. First bout of OT. Aggression from the defense again. They're so far up.
Yeah, but there's a player all the way up the
Another
nest.
fight towards A. aspas slips the net. But trexx over the top. A little bit of damage out. A little bit of kills found, but still advantage the way of the #1 seed from Americas. The drone pushing through. 2 members left here, and they're ahead of these walls. They're ahead of the utility. They've got to win these fights out, though, and they're just outnumbered. There's no way they have enough, and now they have the reckoning that ceNder's going to have to deal with, a 1v3 to keep the map alive.
Spike planted.
For as much as they pushed Leviatán, for as much as they bended,
Toxins going up.
does not seem like they will break.
Toxin screen down.
Yeah, Com's wrapping all the way back around as well. kiNgg has a molly. There's still a cascade in play.
Toxins going up.
It would take a huge blunder, one of the biggest we've ever seen on the main stage.
ceNder dropping the spit, exchanging for the one at his feet.
Toxins going
Dart behind him too. I mean,
No.
this has to be the most miserable position.
Retake on the site. They're going to clear out all of mid. This is going to be a retake versus post-plant scenario.
Yeah, they're kind of glad to do it too, given
Uh-huh.
all of the Cypher utility that's still up. They still have a cam perched over the site. You still have a trip.
They might flood through the smoke, Doug. There's a dart lineup from Com right now. Cam sees a lot of players on site.
Mazino has a fault line too.
Oh, the stun
first. Sayf falls. Both shots out as trexx continues to cause problems. This time getting the best of trexx. A tap on his spike, but no kills found yet. trexx still playing really far back on the site. And you've got Com who's waiting for him. Meanwhile, ceNder pushing forward into the smoke. aspas with 3. trexx, he knows Com is there. Finally swinging out now. He's gotten it to half. aspas is very weak.
Weird.
Is he?
Yeah, for sure. Sayf is dialed in on this angle. Oh my gosh,
Is
the
he?
timing? No way!
The wall goes up. Com has gotten behind them. Off of the fault line, only finding one.
But it was enough, the delay. There's 4 members here for Leviatán, 10 seconds left.
And the spike is still not out from main yet. The paranoia comes through, make that 7 seconds. That's a spike down on the ground. There's no way to recover it. ceNder would have to frag his way through. And vitality. Some jump spots already. Look at the dart, look at the paranoia. That's such a gorgeous setup.
Jeez. And he's out just like that.
That's beautiful.
He's hanging around for way too long. Oh my goodness, he gets punished for it.
The kill given right back. All of that utility invested to have an advantage. Squandered.
But there was no A presence at all from this round. Out of the side of Vitality, so there's 3 members here. And Tex is already cheating his way over as well.
Runner just got his ult.
I know
And there is a body right on cue.
They're gonna speed up for sure.
They're attempting to throw a little bit of misdirection, but they realize that the B side has been lost. You've got Com, who's the only one really kind of close by as Mazino tries getting out of backside, but he can't. The nade through, kiNgg disrespecting it. Does he have the timing? No. Sayf with 3. Com catching one on the way out as kiNgg tried finding safe passage, but was thwarted. Now we enter the post-plant position on B. The spam's coming through. Com has to play this so carefully. It's only one found. Com's gonna have to get nades to win the round! And he delivers for Lev!
For the last map, but this, that retake, the flood, it was chaos, it was pandemonium. Hunter's Fury from the start, a nice set play. And just running through the smokes. Vitality not peeking together. Com takes advantage of that in full effect. And he's sitting pretty at the top right now.
There was enough of a ping on the minimap, though.
Trips are still up.
To know where it was. The ult has been popped, you're right. The trip's still up. Nice positioning out from trexx. But as he gets closer and closer, it will continue to be a problem.
30 seconds
aspas
left.
with the op, you hear Sayf. Trying to make something out of his ult. Spam's coming through, not connecting, but the spike will go down. And again, it's a numbers disadvantage situation for the defense.
We've operator as well. How do you retake with this? It's so hard to clear out these close angles.
I mean, we've seen this before, but Com's not alive this time.
The thing is, where the spike is planted right now, sometimes you can't really get the spam, but they're not going to go for it. They're just going to kill these fights.
kiNgg has so much utility here. He's got smokes. He's got, I mean, he had everything, but decides to try to take the fight. Aspas can't get away. They've left comm. And instantly rotating back towards A. The trip to cover the middle of the map. Vitality are here. And they're here in numbers. They're here in strength, but they've already lost ceNder. Knife only tagging one. Now TexT creeping forward, still has a trip. Waiting on one side as the paranoia goes out. Two kills the way of Lev. Runner's gonna have to do it on his own. Left to settle the butcher's bill. 4 up for Lev. How in the world does he do this?
They're so on top of each other right now. aspas takes the head-to-head.
The flash from Breach, they had to dart over the top, and comm had his ult. Does tag onto one. ceNder managing to stay alive. comm splits the uprights.
But again, there's going to be 4 players ready for this. kiNgg has that A-line because of that early dart. Here's that split from top mid I was mentioning.
But the Sayf realized there was somebody behind him. No! Now they've got the Rolling Thunder, and that's going to throw both members up. The paranoia out, sure, but it's just buying time. It's trexx who's left alone.
Follow up. There's still 2 trips on site, a camera. TexT is doing this on his own.
He's just playing things perfectly on the edge. And then he's got a smoke over the top from kiNgg to help things out.
The protocols are insane right now.
Vitality still have guns here, and they still have a couple of ults. There's still danger. There's still threat.
No way.
To this round. kiNgg's got to play his cards perfectly. The smoke is still up. The trap is still there. They've got to understand. I mean, it's their own smoke. They've got to realize there's a threat. There's the fault line. There's the kills from TexT. 3 for him. Again, trexx left by himself. He's going to find his one, maybe even a second, but how much more can you deliver? TexT here.
He's so confident right now, Doug. This is insane.
This has been the first attempt that we've seen up from Vitality to try to deny and fight some of this B main control. But again, Runner's already dead, and now they've got the smokes, and that alone is keeping them back. They respect it. They're going to try to flip towards mid, but look at comm.
Oh my gosh.
comm is everywhere. ceNder falls. Another 3 on the round for the Sova.
Attacker spawn.
It's over.
It's disaster once more. First of those 5 used. Sayf, and now kiNgg is going to pop his.
He wants to go through so bad.
Load this flank on the other side. And the thing is, too, you clear a trip, but you don't realize that there are 3 waiting here. Maybe the cam gives it away, but that's all it is so far. So they've spotted TexT. Now they realize there's at least 1 more. Runner doing an excellent job of holding the line. And with Mazino's fault line, they've got to understand there's at least a 3rd. Really nice flash. Runner with nowhere to go. 30 HP on the swing. TexT cleans him up.
Not ready yet.
kiNgg, comm in a 2v4. As the dart goes out over the top, it's been cleared, but so is kiNgg. Kong has had his heroics. They still wanted to take the fight.
They don't care.
aspas and TexT walk away a little bit beaten, a little bit battered, but belligerent nonetheless.
Just contacting in. Is Mazino going to set up a fault line here?
This is danger. He's not interested in it. Yeah, you're right. He did hit that, but he wants to take the fight. He's got to be careful. He's got the spike in hand. TexT is going to be able to trade it back, though. aspas on the swing. Not able to connect, but Sayf comes alive.
Enemy remaining.
It's going to be comm in a 1v3. Sayf realizing he's there. It's the first. What? Good night.
Chance for Leviatán to hit this B split.
Trampling towards B like Clydesdale's, making full. Again, as TexT gets another. That Sheriff is, I mean, it's just ridiculous. In his hands, 13 seconds left, though. Time is short. They've got to find the space, and they have to do it soon. Runner doing his best to keep him back on his own. kiNgg's now starting to join the fray. That should decide the round. Surely you just don't take the fight, right? Surely you just run away. Maybe, but what's the dynamite? I guess Mazino has a fault line. And aspas obviously has the go.
What a flash. 4 members.
And the paranoia. They've got nowhere to go. They're forced to take the fight back. Meanwhile, Sayf has been creeping around the entire time. comm was wise to it, staring down that way. The paranoia now out. TexT has to face out in front of it. Pushes the smoke, understanding that's where the hit's coming from. Mazino with 3. And Sayf, who I thought was in a position to crunch this entire time,
Planted.
has to take an alternative route. Is now left in a 1v3. 28 HP for one member, but the rest of them healthy.
He does have stun.
Sayf
If he goes for it, he might be able to get both those kills.
quietly creeping forward. He's managed to get it down to one. There's the stun that you were looking for, but does he understand they're both there? It's gonna have to be a miracle from Sayf to pull this off, but Mazino gets will have value.
There it goes, but it's going to be a dagger.
It's
that
not gonna
connects onto
connect.
a lot.
I mean, the knife out on the other side will connect, but the Rolling Thunder doesn't hit anybody. And remember, these are just guns, or excuse me, pistols, mainly on the other side. Still a Guardian in the hands of trexx, finding a little bit with it. Runner, 22 HP, trying to settle through the stun. On to ceNder and trexx now, trying to keep Leviatán away from series point. A tiny little pixel given away as trexx punishes. What can ceNder do? Very well might end here. These two going down, if that's how it plays out, could be devastating. They're a little bit ahead of it, but they weren't ahead of it enough. Mazino and aspas dispose of kiNgg and Sayf. Now the smoke's through and ceNder fully surrounded, trying to find safe passage out, but he can't. All on to Runner and trexx now to keep the year alive. And again, Vitality crumble. From beginning to end, bookended dominance on Sunset. Yeah, Icebox may have been a different story, but a statement made from the #1 seed of Americas. Runner can only stand for so long. 13-4 and a 2-0 sweep of Lev. Unbelievable performance. Their playoffs.